I'm Jean-Marc Wiederrecht. I'm the founder of Agenor. Agenor is a small company that works for big brands, important brands, and it's a very interesting place to be here in the middle, working, not have my own brands, allows me to make to explore much more things in the watch industry than if I would have only my brand. So Agenor is able to hear the clients, develop a concept, produce the watches, and ready to put into the case. And after the brand, from the ID and casing and selling, it's for the brand. But Agenor takes a big place here in the middle to produce the inside, what makes a watch to be different than the other. As we are here in Dubai for Dubai Watch Week, just before the GPHG, of course, I'm very happy, proud to have been part of two important watches, one for Hermes, with what I think is the most important thing in the perpetual calendar. If you add something to a perpetual calendar, it's the second GMT. It's a GMT function, because perpetual calendar have a big problem, because if you travel a lot, you always change the time, and then you change the date, and nobody knows how to fix the date again. So if you have a GMT function, it's very useful, I see. And after, we had a big challenge. It was to make it very flat. And so we used the Vaucher movement, very flat, 2.6 millimeter. And after, we had only 1.4 millimeters to put the perpetual calendar. So I think it's a very, very interesting watch, this perpetual calendar for Hermes. And the second one, and very important for me, is the first watch I made with a new brand, a very old brand, but very completely new, that is Fabergé. And we had the chance to make what I like to do, feminine watches, very, very high-end watch with a movement integrated. The function is integrated in the movement this time, and it's a peacock that gives you the time with a crown turning around the watch, indicating the hours, and the feather, from the feather, that opens and gives you the minutes and close again. I think it's I'm very proud with this watch. I think it's one of my best work now. I'm sure it's a bright future. I'm sure that I said that for 20 years. I'm sure that the women likes nice watches. Of course, they are not like the men's. They don't need carbon, and they don't need technology just to make fun. They need something made for her, very well done. The tic-tac from the watch is just very important to see something move very, very slowly, accurately. I'm sure all the women I can meet, they all love that. We make the Lover's Bridge watch 5 years ago, and it's still a must. It's still very, very important. So when you come with a real proposal, I'm sure that the women loves that, and I'm proud that this year we have, for the second year, a category only with technical, with mechanical watches for women, high mechanical watches, and that's good. It's I'm sure it's going this path. Now it's good. I don't like silicium. I don't know why we use silicium, because nobody can really tell me that it works better than normal spirals. But what I know as a watchmaker, an old watchmaker, is that what we are doing with silicium is avoid working with people. The only way to make watches with silicium is to have perhaps operators, but you have only big machines, very, very important machine to make something. But that when the technology is known, and you can do the same in Taiwan, everywhere in the world, you don't use skills of people. You just have to have the correct machine, and after you can do that. And if you had really a big step in accuracy, but it's not true. That brings very few, but it costs the watchmaking skill. And so it's why I'm absolutely not, I can't understand why we use that so much today. We lose time, we lose money, and we lose the watchmakers in using silicium. I always love the rebels, called here the rebels, because they really want, they have something coming from the stomach, coming from the, they want to express something. And it's those people that makes the people dream about watches. Those people are very important. And so after you can like or not, of course, something you have some ovni, something very, very special watches, but people like that. And in any case, it's good for imagination. After that, I also love like the industrial watches like you make for Rolex, for Omega. That's why not they can produce it industrially. But I think I prefer smaller brands that makes watches with more sense. What I have done in 2011 with Hermes, with the time suspended, something very important because it was a very high-end mechanical technology used to make a completely normal watches. If you, at first glimpse, you look at it, and it's a normal watch, and you and it was one watch. But when we decide to go out of time, it's philosophical. If you want, you decide to stop the time, then you suspend the time, you push the pusher, and you have the hands going at an unreal position. And for as long as you decide, the watch stops to turn and stops to indicate you the time. And you can come into normal time again when you want. So making watches with, like that, having a sense, telling a story, the two lovers on the bridge, why not? There are a lot of watches that are very, very interesting. And it's good, that's so huge what people think and do very large. So, and of course, Philippe Dufour, the master, Philippe Dufour, that tells us that we have roots. That's very important to know from where we are coming. If you don't know that, you can build, you can do things. So, yeah. It's Hermes QP, double time zone. What I explained you see. When I am in the plane, I just change the second. I never touch at the normal hands, so to avoid to change the date. But I'm here and go back to, I don't know, now it's 2:20. And I think it's a very elegant, very nice watch. It's a good watch, I hope. And I think it will work very, very well.